think we're in now. How do we get back to that? God. Is everyone there? Sorry, I'm having a bit of a nightmare this morning. I've just got to nip to the toilet, so get yourselves comfortable, get yourselves nice and ready, and I will be back in just a tick. Okay, just place that like that. Back in 1 second. Okay, sorry about that. I hope you're all doing really, really well. So let's get started. We're going to start by standing. So today is all going to be about the elements. So we're going through earth, air, fire and water with our movements today. So we're going to start with our water, which is going to be through our sun salutations. So just standing mountain right now, relax your shoulders, relax your jaw. And just focus for a moment on imagining that you are under a waterfall. So imagine a waterfall cascading down your body. Nice and refreshing and cleansing. And inhale, rising up, reach up towards that waterfall. And exhale, sweep down and inhale, rise, and again. Nice, refreshing flow of water. One more time, holding at the top, and as you exhale, just hinging forwards and down, relaxing the shoulder. I don't know why, oh no, oh God, guys, I've put this on, never mind, I've got quite a few people on here, I think now. Sorry guys, I don't know why you haven't got any sound, Sarah. My sound seems to be working fine, but maybe it's something your end. I do have to continue, sorry. So inhale, rise. And exhale, hinging forwards and down. So tucking in the crown of the head, relaxing the shoulders and the jaw. Inhale, hands to shins, lengthen. And exhale to fold. Hands to the ground and step back into downward dog. So hips up and back, space between your shoulders and your ears. And slowly floating forward into a plank position. Coming down onto your knees and exhale, lower to the ground. Inhale, lift and squeeze. And exhale, push back into child pose. Just sitting back into the heels and stretch through. Very gently pushing back into downward dog, so lifting the hips up and back. Gently bending your knees and stepping or walking your feet back into the centre. Folding forwards and inhale, rising all the way back up to standing again. Good. Just exhale, clasping your hands back behind, open through the chest. So imagining that waterfall again. Inhale, rise. Sweep and swing. Letting go. Let that water wash over you. Release through the breath. Good. One more like this. Holding at the top. And again, exhale, hinging forwards and down. Tucking the head. Inhale, hands to shins and lengthen. And exhale, fold. Step back into downward dog. Hips up and back. But this time, come down onto your knees. And we're going to drop your chest and your chin. So lowering down towards the ground, and then inhale like a wave crashing, rolling the shoulders back. And exhale back into child pose. And your next breath, pushing back into downward dog. Lift your hips up and back. Bending your knees and stepping your feet back into the center. Soften through those knees as you inhale, rise, coming all the way back up to standing. And exhale again, clasping your hands back behind. So feel that water energy now running through you. Deep breaths and exhale. And again. 2 more like this. Nice and refreshing, nice and awakening, revitalizing. Just 1 more here. Hold at the top. Exhale, hinging forwards and down again, tucking the head. Inhale, standing arch again. So with a standing arch, try and get a really nice flat back if you can. So really lengthen through your spine. So then as you exhale, you're folding down over the thighs, tucking in the head. Stepping back into downward dog, so hips up and back, space between your shoulders and your ears. And coming down onto those knees again. So we're going to drop the chest and the chin if you can, through the hands, and inhale, lower the hips and rise into cobra. Pushing back into child pose. Take a couple of deep breaths, breathing all along Sushumna, that central channel in your spine. So try and breathe that water energy down, weaving through each vertebrae. As you gently push back into downward dog, lifting the hips up and back. Bending your knees and stepping or walking your feet back into the center again as you fold forwards. Relaxing the shoulders and the jaw. Soften through your knees and inhale, rise. Coming all the way up, palms together. And exhale, clasping your hands back behind you to really open through the chest. Tucking the chin down to lengthen the back of your neck. Just placing your hands back over your heart center. So from that waterfall now, we're going to be working more into earth energy. So we're going to see if we can allow ourselves to feel grounded, to feel that connection. So your feet planted on the ground, you can either keep them hip width or you can bring them closer together. And we're just going to sink down into our intense pose. So sinking down into your legs. Make sure that your knees stay behind the toes when you go down and lengthen through your spine. And you can either keep your hands here over your heart center, or you can extend your arms up towards your earlobes. So just choosing what feels good for you right now, what feels the best for you. And just take some deep breaths in this position. Checking that you are in your heels, not in your toes. So you should be able to sit back. And if you want to, extending those arms. Take a few deep breaths. So we want to just, there is an element of fire in this. You may feel that a little bit in your legs, but it's all about grounding. So imagining that you've got roots coming out through your feet, anchoring you down into the earth. And as you exhale, we're going to hinge forwards and down, relaxing the shoulders. And just stepping your right leg back into a lunge. We're going to drop that knee to the floor. Pressing forward with your hips and rise. Your palms can be together or wider as you press the hips forwards. Just breathing into this position. And very slowly releasing your hands back down. Right hand to the ground and extend your left arm up towards the ceiling. Fabulous. On your next breath, slowly releasing that hand down and slide your left leg back. We're going to drop that chest and chin again. I'm going to give you two different options for this, and I'll show you from the side. So your options are, you can either just drop your chest and your chin down through the arms and lower your hips down to the ground, or if you want more from this, you can come up into downward dog and you can drop your chest and your chin from down dog and come up into up dog. So choose what suits you today, what suits you best right now. Okay. And then pushing back into a child pose for a moment, just stretching out through your spine. And gently push back into downward dog. Lift those hips up and back again. Bending your knees and stepping your feet back into the center. Remember bringing your feet together or hip width. And just inhale, rising all the way up to standing. And coming down into intense pose again. So rolling your shoulders back and down. Bring the weight into the heels. Lengthen in, breathe in. Nice deep breaths. And again, if you want to, you can extend those arms overhead. So we want to try and feel heavy in the body now. Feeling heavy in those legs. Breathing into them. And exhale, hinging forwards and down. Stepping your left foot back this time. So your right leg is forward. And just lunging into it, lifting through the chest. Lengthen as you breathe. And if you can, inhale, rise. Palms together and squeeze. Squeezing the buttock on the back leg. Really opening through your chest. Should feel really good. Especially on the hip flexor on the front there. And slowly releasing your hands back down. Good. So your left hand on the ground and your right arm extends. Breathing into that space. One last deep breath there as you slowly release. Good. And just sliding yourself back on your knees, and again you can either come from downward dog or from your knees. As you exhale, lower the chest and the chin, and inhale to push through. Good. And exhale back into downward dog, lifting your hips. Bending your knees and stepping your feet back into the center. Big toes and heels together, folding forward just for a moment. And gently soften down into the legs, placing your hands over the heart center. Good. And gently rise, lengthen through your body. And clasping your hands back behind you, really open through the chest, tucking the chin down. And just placing those hands over the heart center. Good. So hopefully feeling that heaviness through your feet. Imagining those roots again, anchoring you down into the earth. We're going to continue to work with earth energy, but we're going to bring a little element of fire into it this time. So we have your right foot forward and your left foot back. We're going to come into warrior one. So with a good warrior one, you want your hips to be facing as far forward as possible. The front knee isn't collapsing in, it's in line with your toes, and that back leg is pushing out. So you're really squeezing the buttock, protecting your lower back, and pushing that leg out. And your hands can either stay low over your heart center, or you can reach them up. So inhale, and then as you exhale, just sink a little bit further into it. Open the heart center up towards the ceiling as you ground down into the legs. That's it. So it's as if you're drawing earth energy up through your feet, up through your body, all the way up to your fingertips. Nice and strong, controlled. See if you can go any deeper into those legs. And then when you're ready, we're going to wrap those arms around the back. Still sinking down. Breathe hard. So you'll feel that heat starting to build, even though we're still working with earth energy. But feeling like the warmth of the earth on a sunny day when you lay down on the ground. Take one last deep breath here, and as you exhale, you can keep your arms back behind you as you fold forwards, bringing the nose down towards the knee. If that's too much for you, you can release the hands. You could even use blocks under your hands to elevate you a little bit higher, or you can keep those hands back and raise them up towards the ceiling. Just choose what suits you right now. And on your next breath, just releasing both the hands down. Trying to line your heels, so if you've got lines on your mat, that can help. We're going to open out into our triangle position. So I'm just going to show you that from the side. So in our triangle position, but it's quite a wide triangle. So we're going to press the hip out as we open through the hip, looking up or looking down towards the ground, just really feeling that stretch. Feeling that release, trying to press this hip up towards the ceiling as much as you can. If it's quite intense here, just soften that knee a little bit more. But think about length in all of your limbs in this moment, as much as you can. And if you want more, you can wrap that arm around the back and come down a little bit deeper. Nice deep breaths. Stay strong with it. On your next breath, we're going to bend that knee and rise up into warrior two. So just looking over the right fingertips now as you sink down into the legs. Try and keep your hips and your shoulders aligned, so you're not leaning forwards, you're directly shoulders over the hips. Relax the shoulders down. Take some really deep breaths here. You can work with the Ujjayi breath, so that's a breath that feels like a compression in the throat. It sounds like you're fuming when you do it, so. And as you do, just sinking down a little bit deeper in those legs, checking that knee doesn't try and come forwards. Very good. One last deep breath here. Inhale, just reaching up. And like a cartwheel, bring your hands down to the ground, lift that back foot and step yourself in. So you're just going to fold forwards for a moment there. Place your hands to your calves, your shins where you can reach. Take a couple of deep breaths as you fold here. And then gently soften your knees. We're just going to bring your hands over the heart center as you stand up tall. Wonderful. So just take a moment, just stand in mountain. How does this feel? Do you feel very grounded through your feet now? Do you feel anchored into the earth? So like I say, there's a little bit of fire with this, but we're working with the element of earth right now. There will be more fire later, don't worry. We're going to step your right foot back now into Warrior One. So bring that width as much as you can. So take up space on your mat. Don't be afraid to use up the whole of the mat. Bringing your hips around to the front. So if that becomes a bit pinchy or uncomfortable on your back, just step your back foot a little bit wider to make it more comfortable. Don't be afraid to move yourself in the positions that you need to. Okay. And come out of it at any point if it becomes too uncomfortable for you. But try and accept the challenge. And how we move through the challenge of what we're feeling in those muscles is through deepening the breath. That brings stamina. Squeeze the buttock on the back leg. Roll the shoulders and tuck in the chin. Good. And if you want more, you can extend those arms, sinking down into the legs. Check that front knee. Watch that it isn't collapsing. It's good if you have like a mirror or a window in front of you so you can see your position a little bit better. But always listen into your body. So just scan through your body now. Where is the restriction? And where is the ease? Good. On your next breath, release those arms around the back. Open through the chest as you sink just a little bit deeper, opening through your heart center. And very gently, if you feel ready for it, you can start to straighten that leg, bringing the nose down towards the knee. You can reach those arms up and over a little bit higher if you want to, or you can allow your hands to just release either side. So just choose what feels right for you and adjust your legs appropriately as well. So again, if you want to extend, lengthen and breathe, bringing the nose towards the knee. And on your next breath, releasing the hands, left hand down on the thigh and extend your right arm up and out, pushing that hip away as much as you possibly can. I'll show you that from the side. So a nice wide stance in this particular triangle. Pressing the hip away, breathing into it. So look down if it's uncomfortable on your neck. You could look straight ahead. Or traditionally you can look up towards the top hand. Just be aware of the sensations in your body right now. What is happening around this area, or around here and around there? What is happening on a physical, a mental, emotional and spiritual level? Just wrapping that arm around the back if it feels good for you. Pressing the hip away. Try and stay just for a little bit longer now. Try not to lean too much on this leg. Try and control from here, from your core. Taking one last deep breath there as you slowly bend through that supporting knee, coming up into warrior two. So if you want to, just adjust that pose, make it a little bit wider. Looking over the middle finger of that left hand now. Nice deep breaths. Exhale, sink a little bit further. So really have a play with this. See if you can just advance your practice a little bit more by sinking further. Appreciate where you are today, but always try and do better. Telling yourself, so using the mantra of like, I'm strong, I'm confident, and I am grounded. This is fantastic. Should feel really good in your body. On your next breath, we inhale, rise, and like a cartwheel, revolve, and stepping your back foot in, folding forwards. So remember, like we did before, just give that little fold. I don't know why I wore a top with a hood on. That was a mistake. Relaxing the shoulders. If you want to, you can just hold at the elbows and hang there for a moment. We'll take a hold of your calves. Slowly and gently bring your hands to your shins and just lengthen through your spine. Take a real deep breath into your back and exhale, fold again. Soften through your knees and inhale, rising up. Good. Gently placing your hands down over your heart center. Grab yourself a quick drink if you want to. We're going to move now into our fire series, so have a little go at that. So bring yourself back to your mat when you feel ready, and we're going to go through a little bit of fire, and then it is all on the floor from that point. Okay, I don't know what I did with my drink, it's gone missing. So this next part then, guys, we're going to bring a little bit of heat into your body. Okay, so we're going to take the feet nice and wide, just wide enough into a Hindi squat. Now, I think you guys knew this was coming, didn't you? In your Hindi squat, we come down into the legs, we drop the elbow into the soft part of your knees. And this is just about you trying to stay. Now, I know we're on video, we're not live, we're not in person. So you might just be sat there with your cup of tea, not doing this and watching me doing it. That's up to you. But if you do want this challenge, then please do give it a go. So fire, feel that fire building in your body now. Through Sushumna, that central channel, all along your spine, the vertebrae there. It's like a fire is building from the very base and working its way up. Take one last deep breath, bring your hands down, rise up and just take the legs nice and wide. We are going to come back to that in a moment. But just breathe now, breathe that fire all the way through the body. Soften through your knees, rise it up and spread it out. Rise it up and flick it out. Lots of heat, lots of fire. Let's do that again. So coming down into the legs. That's it. Lift the chest, lengthen through the spine. Sink down deep. Try and stay, and always making sure that your heels are down on the floor. Use that Ujjayi breath now, really building that fire from the depths, from really deep in you and coming up all along your spine. Can we hold just a little bit longer, trying to lower those hips just a tiny bit more? Here we go, rising up, take those legs nice and wide, fold just for a moment. They might be shaking just a little, but there should be a nice sensation now running through your legs. Turn your heels back in, rising up. And again. One more time. Oh, have you got the energy for one more of these? Trust me, it'll be worth it. Coming down. Now, just notice the difference. Can you lower your hips already just a little bit lower than you did before? Stay with that breath. Stay strong. Breathe nice and deep. The breath is going to help you to stay in this pose for that little bit longer. Build stamina in the muscle. Are you ready? Okay, so placing your hands down, lift and take them a little bit wider as you fold. Oh, feel that heat. But you should feel that you're a little bit more flexible than before. Slowly turning your heels in, toes out. Inhale. And again. One more time. Well done. Okay, bring your hands down through the body, ground to the floor, and step back into downward dog. Look towards the ground. And this time we're going to slowly come forwards into a plank position, knees on or off the ground as you exhale to lower. Inhale, push it up and through, squeeze. And exhale back into child pose. So sit back in the heels now. Stretch out. And you may find that you can go a lot lower than you could before. And just very slowly and gently, we're going to rise up. And I'm just going to get you to do a little bit of a stretch. Camel pose, so we've got your feet, anchor your toes into the ground, so you're getting a toe stretch on there, placing your hands into your lower back, nice deep breath, and as you exhale, squeeze the buttocks and press your hips forward as you open. That's it. Now that restricts your breathing quite a bit, so you have to work a little bit harder to get that breath down deeper. So just try that for a moment. Nice deep breaths. If you do want more from this pose, you can reach down for your heels and open, but make sure you're not leaning back to reach them. You need to still be pressing the hips forwards. Taking one last deep breath. Slowly release. Fold back down into child pose. Very slow, very controlled. You might want to take the knees a little bit wider and bring yourself down. And if you want to, bring your arms around, or you can tuck them in. Very slowly from there, rising back up. Okay, We have one more thing to do for fire before we come into air. So I'm going to just go side on slightly with this one. We're coming into boat pose. So lengthen through your spine, leaning back, just bringing your legs up, either tapping the toes down or bring them halfway, or you can extend the legs fully. But just try and lift the chest and bring your arms to the side. Can we hold this for a moment? Just really drawing the belly button towards the spine. Your legs might shake a little bit, that's perfectly normal. But really work with the breath. We want to build the fire within. And we are strengthening this corset muscle here. So just try and stay. If you need to come out of it, and if your back is aching, you need to lift the chest a little bit further or drop your legs down a little bit lower. Oh, come on, you can do this. Can we take just a couple more deep breaths? You're stronger than you know. One more breath. Oh, well done. Slowly and gently just release. Slide forward a minute. I'm going to let you lay down. So one vertebra at a time. Lower your body down to the ground. Take a hold of your knees and rock around. Loosen up any tension that may have accumulated in your lower back. Before we start working with air. So just nice deep breaths. So working with earth and fire can bring quite a heavier energy. So with air now, we're going to lighten things up a little bit. Bring some lightness into your body. So very gently, see if you can take a hold of one knee, extend the other leg, rock forward and back, and bring yourself up to sitting. Now I always do this, crossing over my legs and pushing forwards. We're going to push back into downward dog. So lifting your hips up and back, looking towards your thighs. And gently bending your knees and stepping or walking your feet back into the center. And just folding forwards. Slowly rolling up, but we're just going to bring your hands over the heart center for the moment. So hopefully you've cooled down a little bit now from all of that fire. Hopefully. And relaxing in your shoulders and in your jaw. Okay, so we're coming into the element of air. I will go through all of these elements and their meaning to you at the end in our meditation. But for right now, this is going to be mind over matter. So air is connected to our mental clarity, our mental bodies. And I want you to just imagine now that you are as light as a cloud or as light as a piece of cotton. And when you're ready, just sliding your right foot towards the left. Think about being light. So you can either stay low or you can reach that leg a little bit higher. But just see how steady you are today. And through you feeling nice and light, just see how easy it is to stay. Find your point of drishti, find a point on the ground to stare, your focus. But after all of the work you have done through water, through earth, through fire, you're now ready for air. So breathe lighter, feel lighter in your body. Stay. If you feel like you're not balancing very well today, don't worry, just come back into the pose. when you feel ready. If you want more, you can extend your arms up and overhead. You can even have a go at glancing up towards your hands. And on your next breath, we're going to open those arms out. And we're going to extend your right leg and just tilting slightly over to the left. But remember, focusing on that lightness through your body, through your mind. Light as a feather, light as a cloud. As we transition now, taking that leg back, bringing the chest parallel to the floor. Coming into warrior 3 or aeroplane with your arms outstretched. You can bring your arms overhead if that feels good for you today, but you don't have to. Try and stay. Wonderful. Feels like I'm going, come with me. Slowly release. Hands to the ground and step that foot in. Just fold for a moment there. And gently soften through your knees and rising back up, hands over the heart center. Well done. So again, focusing on that lightness. Imagine a sky full of clouds and you are one of those clouds, practicing your tree pose. So when it feels right for you, slide that left leg in. And you know, if this is enough for you today to keep your toes on the ground, then do that. It's still a balance, you're still balancing. But you're listening to your body, you're honouring yourself with where you are right now, rather than having higher expectations on yourself. And when you feel ready, bring that leg up just a little bit higher if you want to. Sometimes your trousers can determine whether that's going to work for you or not. Just stillness now, quiet, relaxed. Stay in this moment. Again, if you want to, you can extend your arms up, looking up towards your hands, but you don't have to. You can just stay looking straight ahead if you prefer. But really bring into your mind that feeling of lightness, like cotton, like a cloud, like a feather. Slowly extending those arms out, taking your left leg out to the side, into a star. And slowly start to transition into airplane. We're going to hinge forwards from the hips. That's it. Try and bring length to your limbs as much as you possibly can. And again, extending those arms overhead. Breathe and hold. Lightness isn't weakness. Lightness is strength mentally. Releasing your hands to the ground and step that back foot in. Just folding for a moment. You can either hold at the elbows or hold at the back of your legs, or just let your arms dangle. Whatever feels good for you today. And then on your next breath, hands to the ground and step back into downward dog, hips up and back. We're all going to do this together now, coming forwards, either on your knees or full plank. We're going to lower all the way down to the ground. Good. And when you get there, you've got a couple of options. You can either extend your arms back, lift your arms and your legs up off the floor, or you can take a hold of your ankles, keep your knees in line with the hips and lift your chest and just rocking around in any direction there. So what I mean is like forward and back. Just feeling that stretch through the front of your body. And then softly and gently just release. Turn your head to one side and just relax. Hands to the ground and push back into child pose. Really nice and wide with your knees as you sit. Tucking the head in. You can bring your arms back behind you. Just taking one last deep breath there as you slowly rise. We're going to just lay down on the ground now for the rest of this practice. So making sure, get yourself as comfortable as possible. Lie down, bring your knees in towards your chest. And once more you can rock your knees around in any direction. You can either do them individually or move around together. Breath reaching down for the soles of your feet, shins or your ankles, and reaching those legs up, resting the head down onto the ground. So make sure that the back of your head is definitely down on the ground as much as you can. Onesies aren't great for this. And just try and focus on your lower back in this position and tucking the chin down, so that you can really breathe all along Sushumna, that central channel. Still focusing on as much lightness through your body as possible. Where do you feel light? Slowly release, placing your feet down onto the ground. Spread your arms wide, level the shoulders, and we're going to drop your knees to the right and your head to the left. And thinking about lightness in your breathing now, so really relax the breath. So it almost feels like you're not even breathing at all. Inhaling, bringing your knees back through to the center, and exhaling the other way. Try and tuck the chin down. Bring as much length as you can. And this should hopefully feel really, really good in your body. Just breathing nice and light. Allowing your legs to feel light. And very gently on your next breath, bring your head back to the center. Bring your knees in. Feet together and dropping your knees wide. And you can either leave your hands by your side, you can rest them on your body, or you can extend them overhead. So really free and open through the front of your body as much as possible. In this position, it opens up under the ribs for you to breathe in there. Just allow yourself these moments of calm, peace. Being aware of where the balance, you feel the balance in your body. The balance of heavy and light. Very slowly bring your knees back into the center. Bring your feet hip width apart, arms by your side. We're going to push through your pelvis, lift your hips and clasping your hands underneath. And just walk your shoulders under if you can and lift. Just tucking the chin down to lengthen the back of your neck. So we're not going to go any further with this pose. We're just going to stay here for a moment. So feel that cotton-like softness and lightness through the front of your body and that grounded energy through the back of your body. Take one last deep breath and slowly lower your hips back down. Bring your knees in towards your chest just one last time, and if you want to, place the hands at the back of your knees. Take a couple of deep breaths. And gently inhale here. Exhale, bring your nose towards the knee. Inhale, release. And exhale, Inhale, release. Exhale. One more time. Well done. Just resting the head back down towards the ground. Take a hold of one knee with both hands. Extend the other leg. Use that to bring you up to sitting. And just bring your legs out and in front for a moment. Sitting up nice and tall. Just shifting the buttocks. You're going to inhale, extend, and exhale, fold. So don't worry, you can either reach for your feet, your shins, your thighs. You can even prop yourself up with your hands if that feels more comfortable for you. Just feeling a mild discomfort in the hamstrings, not pain. And consciously relaxing your shoulders and your jaw. Bringing the nose or the crown of the head down towards the toes. And breathe. Well done. So, we're now ready for your relaxation. So what I would like you to do, if you feel ready, is to make yourself a little nest on the floor. So grabbing your blankets, grabbing pillows, anything to make you feel nice and comfortable at this time. We're going to take a little meditation through those elements that we just discussed before. So I'll give you just a couple of minutes to get yourself into your position. So, hopefully you are now lay in Shavasana, lay on your back, nice length through your neck, and you can either keep your knees bent or you can have your legs fully extended. Just choosing what suits you right now, what feels best for you at this time. And as we finish this practice with the element of air, that's what we're going to work with first during your meditation. So what I'd like you to do first of all is to just focus on your breathing. And hopefully right now your breathing feels fairly shallow. It feels almost like you're not even breathing. Nice and relaxed. And if you want to, just gradually start to deepen your breathing. Inhale strongly. Exhale completely. How good does it feel to just focus on your breathing, to just allow that breath. Feeling your body becoming relaxed, sinking deeper into your mat. Feeling that your body has become calm and quiet. Now that your body is calm and quiet, we're going to make sure that your mind is also calm and quiet. So just imagine yourself in the sky, perfectly blue sky. And as you are sat up here in the sky, there are clouds passing you by. Many clouds, different sizes. Some look heavier than others. But you are just witnessing them right now. Some of them may form shapes that you recognize, maybe in the form of animals or people, maybe in the shape of a god or a goddess. And the sky that you are in is a symbol of your mind. And these clouds are symbolic of your thoughts. Every cloud represents a thought that is running through your mind right now. And the beauty of this is that you are aware of them, but you don't need to do anything with them. They don't need your attention right now, just your awareness. And just for a moment now, see yourself sat upon one of these clouds. You can feel what the thought is. You know what this thought is. But you also know that right now, you don't need to do anything with it. You can jump from cloud to cloud perfectly safely without needing to do anything with them. You can smile at yourself while you do this, at how freeing it is. And as you're jumping from cloud to cloud, you start to realize maybe you're a bird. Feel yourself becoming a bird. Any bird, the first bird that comes to mind. You now embody. Which brings you even greater freedom. Up in this sky, in this beautiful blue sky, where the sun is shining, these clouds of yours just passing by. So when you feel ready, as this bird, you can jump off the clouds now. You can spread your wings and you can fly. You can allow yourself to glide along with the thermals under your wings. Feel the freedom of flying. You can move in any direction you want. You can dip down and you can rise back up again. Really enjoy this freedom. Because here there are no obstacles. There is nothing to stop you. Nothing to get in your way or block you. Just freedom. Breathe that fresh air into your lungs as you fly. There is a feeling, a sensation of lightness moving through your body as you do this. Be aware of the vibrations you feel in your body as you think about freedom. As you think about unrestricted movement. As you think about flying above it all. I'm going to leave you here for a few moments to just enjoy this experience. As you fly, you start to get closer to the ground. Just gaze down at the ground below you. And just there below you, you can see a river. A river and a green field. And see if you can gradually make your way down, flying down towards that field and that river. And as you get closer and closer, it is perfectly safe for you to land now on this field. And as your feet touch the field, you change from that bird form into your human self again. But your feet are bare, and the earth beneath your feet is warm and soothing. You get in that smell of when the sun has been beating down on the earth. You know that smell. It's familiar to you, and it's comforting to you. And it makes you want to lie down in it. So you do. Just allowing yourself to lie down with your back on the warm earth, smelling the smells of the soil, of the grass, of the trees and the plants surrounding you. And every now and then you get a waft of fox scent or other animals around. You're enjoying this moment, the warmth of the earth on your back, feeling the earth holding you like a baby in arms. You feel safe, you feel warm, you feel good. The warmth of the earth is soothing your muscles. But there comes a point where you start to feel a little bit too warm. Maybe you're feeling like you're starting to sweat under the sunshine on this warm earth. And that river looks very inviting. The river isn't moving very fast at all. The water is very clear, and it's perfectly safe for you to paddle in it. So like a child, you get up off the earth and run into the water. You splash yourself around, feeling that beautiful coolness of the water on the heat of your body. It feels so good, so refreshing, so revitalizing to be in this water. You're splashing it all over your face, dipping your hair in. You may even want to swim a little. I'm going to leave you here for a moment to have this experience. Just enjoy yourself splashing around. And the water is just cool but not freezing. You can still feel the heat of the sun. Just enjoying this moment, being in the water. No cares or worries, just enjoying, having fun, splashing around, having a swim. And now it is starting to feel a little bit too cool in this water. And as you look over the other side of the river, you notice that somebody has built a fire. It is starting to drop dark, and you see this fire. You can hear it crackling. You can smell the firewood. It looks very inviting. So when you're ready, bring yourself out of the water, going over to the fire, where you notice that there are warm blankets that have been left there for you to wrap up in. So wrap yourself up in the blanket, sitting in front of the fire, and feeling the warmth of the fire on your skin, drying your hair, bringing a glow to your face. Just gazing at the flames flickering around. You may even start to see images flickering in the flames. Try and remember what you see. Be aware of it. And in the distance, the sun is starting to set, but it brings the most beautiful sunset. As you sat here by the fire, listening to the sounds of the crackles, feeling the warmth, smelling the wood fire, the smoke from the fire. And you just take a few deep breaths and thinking to yourself how beautiful this moment is. How grateful you are for this experience. There is a feeling in your heart of gladness, of appreciation for all of the elements. As we connect ourselves with the earth's elements, we connect ourselves back with ourselves. The element of earth is connected to the direction of the north. And this aligns us with our physical body, our strength, determination, how grounded we can feel within ourselves. And the element of air, connected with the direction of the east, which governs our mental body, our ability for clarity, for knowledge, the element of air. And the element of fire is connected to the direction of the south, connected to our spiritual body, our personal power, our feeling, your connection to your God. And the element of water, the direction of the west, connected to our emotional body, our movement, our freedom, our flow, and our intuition. And during this meditation today, we've explored all 4 of these elements within you through physical asana practice, through your breathing, and through your meditation. Aligning your mind, your body, your spirit, Just take a moment to think which of the elements resonates with you most today. Which one speaks to you the most? And then when you feel ready, you can relax all efforts and begin to take some deep breaths. Just inhaling and exhaling completely. And then your next breath, begin to move and stretch your body. Still taking those deep breaths. Move and stretch in your own way. And on your next few breaths, you can slowly start to sit up and open your eyes. But just taking your time, there is no hurry. Okay, so I'm hoping that you're all sat up now from this experience, and I hope you enjoyed this experience. Please do let me know. And when you're ready, inhale, palms together, and exhale, hands to heart center. Namaste. Thank you for joining me. And if you want to, we do have Thursday evening at 7 o'clock, which will be another hour and a half yoga session. So hopefully see you there. If you're interested and you haven't already signed up, then please do let me know and I can get you sorted on that. So have a blessed day.